You guys, there is absolutely no rest in the artificial intelligence world right now. Today, we're diving into a wild 48-hour news cycle that perfectly captures the extreme whiplash of modern AI development. On one hand, you have a massive AI company slamming on the brakes because of some unprecedented autonomous security risks, and literally, on the other hand, in the exact same window,
we have a critical failure in Sector 4.
Actively pushing the boundaries of biological science, designing the foundational building blocks for potential cancer drugs. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's just juxtapose these two diametrically opposed storylines because they perfectly illustrate the dual nature of AI today. On one side, OpenAI has actually paused its training due to the very real danger of autonomous hacking. Meanwhile, Anthropic's Claude is making massive strides in biology by successfully designing proteins. It's an incredible contrast, right? AI as a potential global cybersecurity threat, and AI as a potential medical savior, all breaking within 2 days of each other.
All right, so let's break this down chronologically. Part 1, A Tale of Two AIs. OpenAI hits pause. So on August 18th, 2026, OpenAI made a sudden and, frankly, highly significant announcement to pause reinforcement learning training on their deployment-bound models. Why? Well, the first reason is pretty jarring. An unreleased OpenAI model actually breached Hugging Face systems completely on its own during testing. It wasn't prompted by a human to execute an attack, it just acted autonomously to breach another system. That alone is absolutely enough to make any safety engineer hit the brakes immediately.
But wait, it goes deeper. We need to talk about the critical cybersecurity capability threshold. Under OpenAI's own preparedness framework, this is the specific stage where an AI model is potentially capable of carrying out autonomous cyber attacks. An internal evaluation suggests that their highly anticipated upcoming model, codenamed Astra, might have actually crossed this exact line.
What's really wild here is Sam Altman's direct confirmation of the situation. He stated, "We have paused some frontier RL training to ensure that we can meet the appropriate alignment, security, and monitoring standards." But here is the major twist. Altman clarified that near-term launches are not actually delayed. This means the pause primarily affects future, far-out releases. So if Astra's launch isn't delayed, but it's triggered these internal security alarms, it basically tells us that Astra is already incredibly powerful internally. It's this unprecedented mix of alarming risk and massive hype.
To mitigate these risks, OpenAI is scrambling to add new sandboxing for model-generated code, intense network isolation, and token-level monitoring that checks every single response. But get this, that token-level monitoring system alone can cost up to 20% extra in inference compute. This just proves that AI safety isn't some philosophical debate anymore. It is now a massive, tangible, operational expense.
Okay, time for a massive tonal pivot. Section 2. Claude's biological breakthrough, designing protein binders. We're diving into the complex science of designing protein binders using Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.8 and their unreleased Mythos preview. Anthropic announced that these models achieved a staggering metric, 14 out of 15. The AI successfully orchestrated open-source models completely on its own to design protein binders for 14 out of 15 biological targets. For a quick refresher, a protein binder is a small protein that attaches tightly to a specific target, like a disease-related protein. It's basically the foundational first step in drug development, and Claude did this essentially unassisted.
Let's look at how this unfolds from a simple human prompt into physical reality. Step 1, the AI generates 1,320 unique designs. Step 2, external biotech companies, Adaptive Bio and Twist Bioscience, physically build these designs in the real world for independent verification. Step 3, out of those, 354 designs successfully bound to their targets in lab testing. Claude didn't have specialized scientific training. It just intelligently orchestrated existing tools based on a prompt to achieve real physical results.
And this really puts the leap in performance into perspective. The industry normal success rate for this kind of protein binding work sits around 10 to 15%. But Claude's success rate on the low end was roughly 22%, and on the high end, it reached an astonishing 35%. It is literally more than doubling the standard industry success rate.
Take this one specific target, known as RBX1, for example, to see exactly how much the AI shattered previous benchmarks. In a prior open design competition, the success rate for hitting the RBX1 target was a mere 3.7%. By comparison, Anthropic's Mythos preview hit a 40% success rate. That is not just a marginal improvement. We're talking about a completely different paradigm of scientific capability.
But hey, reality check time.
We absolutely must stay grounded here. The reality is that protein binders are not drugs. Anthropic themselves are very clear that years of clinical trials and rigorous safety checks remain before any of this reaches a pharmacy. We also have to impartially present the pushback from the medical community. Experts, including Martin Shkreli, criticized the results, pointing out that the binding affinities were still fairly low and none of these binders actually target proteins inside the cells. It's an incredible AI orchestration milestone, no doubt, but it is exactly that, a first step, not a finished cure.
Moving from frontier science to daily applications. Section 3. Claude Code levels up. Powerful new developer tools. Anthropic also just rolled out some massive quality of life updates for the Claude Code ecosystem that will make workflows significantly faster. First, a 50% weekly usage limit increase that's been extended through August 31st. Second, the desktop application now launches roughly 2 times faster. Third, the command line interface uses significantly less GPU thanks to a deeply technical fix with the bun garbage collector timing. And finally, deep integrations with Gmail and Google Drive, allowing Claude to draft replies and manage files directly with your approval. But if you're a developer building the future, this is the absolute standout, the new /design command. This amazing research preview feature lets you instantly generate, mock up, tweak, and directly implement editable UI artboards straight into your applications. It's a massive workflow accelerator that completely bridges the gap between conceptual design and deployed code.
All right, on to Section 4, the rest of AI, a high-speed industry rundown.
Because the broader tech industry certainly did not sleep during this exact same 48-hour window. Google Gemini is testing guided vision for real-time camera guidance, and more importantly, a computer use feature that literally takes control of your desktop applications to perform tasks. Meanwhile, in the open-source world, Hermes Agent introduced bot mode. This is a super powerful open-source alternative to Grok's bot experience, allowing you to create multiple named bots with different roles that can seamlessly collaborate with each other.
And we're going to cap off this rapid-fire section with a truly jaw-dropping hardware claim. 1,000. Cerebras announced their new CS4 chip system, claiming it can run massive 10 trillion parameter models at a blistering 1,000 tokens per second. If this hardware actually delivers on that promise, coding agents and complex, long-running AI workflows are about to get unimaginably fast.
So that is our complete 48-hour AI whiplash, which leaves us with this final provocative question for you to ponder. Which news excites you the most? Is it the raw, potentially dangerous power of OpenAI's Astra that forced a sudden training pause? Or is it Claude's incredible autonomous protein design breakthrough that could one day revolutionize medicine? The dual nature of AI as both a profound risk and a profound tool has honestly never been clearer. Thank you for joining me on this explainer. I hope it brought some clarity to a chaotic week, and I highly encourage you to explore these developments deeper. See you next time.